Theme song. 3, 2, 1. So we're re-recording this because there was a bit of a snafu. We haven't had a problem in a very long time, so it was quite unexpected. But due to some update issues in the background,
Adobe decided that the things that Aaron was using his CPU for could be better used, updating itself in a big fat way. It was like the 2020 to 2021 update, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So not like a small chunk, it's not like, oh yeah, fucking, VLC players got to just...
It deletes the other program and adds a new version.
That's...
if you're using it, it's not good.
I feel like that's not exactly an update, like...
That's the problem.
When
I've got automatic updates turned on because I don't expect it to go, hey man, that version you're using? Nah, it's gone. Fuck you, while you're using it.
Even Windows asks, And even it, like, it'll fucking upload in the background, like, safely, isn't it? Well, not to the degree where it's going to use that much of your fucking power, like. And again, it's not like you've got, like, a fucking, oh yeah, this is my 6-year-old fucking build. It's like, no, there's a really silly quantity of processing sitting in this room.
Bon Scott's mum, I'm sorry, he's gone. I don't know what we're going to do about that boy, but he's going to die.
He was just so headstrong and reckless. I pushed him down a cliff. The old water hole where the mine used to be. Is the city called Jubilife? What the fuck?
Jubilife.
Okay. So... we're doing our NUZLOCKE run. And that's just named after some guy, isn't it?
That's named after the creator, yeah.
Nuzzlecock. So John Winston Nuzzlecock.
Because it was a reference to something I've forgotten already. We talked about it in the first episode.
Oh, that's right. I forgot there was this dude. That's this thing that just looks like a fucking Samoan Pikachu. David Spade, I forgot. That's like, I feel like I do these entire records just in like my RAM, Yeah. Like nothing goes into the fucking hard drive. It's just, you gotta switch off most of the brain for any of this to work. God help me if I thought for 1 second about the things I was saying.
You point, like, have the cone pointed at you, not like this. Like this.
It's hard to tell when, like, I can sniff it.
I know.
Like, is that it?
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
You can be a bit further away as well, just a little bit.
All right.
Like you move the mic. Move the mic.
Look, I'm comfortable. Look, is it fine now?
Yeah.
Then it's fine.
That's
yeah,
exactly
like
perfect.
I'm not gonna fucking.
You're exactly perfect right now.
Screwing about. Oh fuck! What do we call this guy?
Chris Farley.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, we're going on the
Farley Express.
Yeah. No, I was trying to remember what theme I was going with mentally for this, and that's right. I remember we had the Pokemon. We're all gonna be like part of it's Farley. Part of the Saturday Night Live and expanded Sandler universe characters.
Yeah. Now look as well, guys, at home. I know a lot of people are really looking forward to this, and
how are these things so popular?
A few of you've already said, oh, the return of this, you got to name this. We will name those Pokemon if they come up again. Like Bite Cunt, if we get a Rattler, yeah, Bite Cunt, 100%. But we can't disservice, like, I'm not going to get something that's not a Bulbasaur and call it Bulbasaur. Because it's not.
That's right, I forgot about that.
But yeah, no, they're popular because they're the games people love in a situations that's harder.
Slightly fiddled with.
Yeah. And, we're creative with names and stuff, and it's always fun. See what people come up with.
Tits Farley.
Yeah, Tits Farley.
It's okay, though. We spell it with an S. Tits. 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 That does look like Japanese 7-Elevens.
I prefer the movie.
Except Japanese 7-Elevens have their own whiskey. Which is nuts when you think about it. I can't remember what it's called, but my brain keeps saying Pappy 7-Eleven's whiskey.
Our 7-Elevens have their own goon.
Do they?
No.
Because like I know
7-Elevens don't sell alcohol here.
Well, no, but they can in like
They do,
Victoria.
yeah.
Like, so I thought maybe there was like, I just haven't fucking seen it. Which, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad business decision. Because like, look, let's just, like that's the thing. Like, if I'm 100% sure of two things. The 7-Eleven whiskey is not called Pappy 7-Eleven's whiskey, and it should be called Pappy 7-Eleven's whiskey. Titwig. That's right. There was I saw an animal. There's some weird fucking pig in America that's like curly haired and shit, and it looks just like one of those Biddulph things.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I'll look it up. I'll put it on Twitter, and that can be the fucking thing that people can connect. That will give them a sense of.
Also, I'm really fucking upset. No one has tweeted us with hashtag poop tooth. Well, no poop tooth. Like.
What was that even about?
It was about the.
To be fair, I forget.
Round the twist.
Oh, that's right. Remember?
Yeah. Poor effort, guys.
Well, fuck them. They got nothing now. Just gonna put our Round the Twist podcasts onto CDRs and throw them at the guy that used to play fucking Bronson.
Also, podcasting's a fucking wild world, man. I don't know how it works. Because
the digital economy is a strange place.
It really is, bro, because you get the podcast, right? And you generally have somewhere it's hosted. So we use a place called Podbean. I don't know why we use them. I guess they're just one of the first ones I found.
Yeah, it was there. Like, well, fucking. Because every podcast I listen to at the end will usually have some kind of fucking thing. And it's always like, here's where you can find the podcast. And like, they'll usually, like, depending on, like, because there are a few companies that have like a big stable of whores, if you will. And they will always say, find us on the fucking, I think it was at iHeartRadio, I think is one of the major ones. Yeah, so it's find us on that app. Or iTunes. Or the Google Podcast app. Or literally fuck it anywhere. Like, because it's always, or wherever you get your podcast. It's like, right, so fuck it anywhere. So fuck it anywhere. Like, why are we going through this?
So we upload to Podbean, right?
Bean.
And in the back end, I fill in all the information. And from there, we push it to other services.
Okay.
So we have a
we have an
RRS feed, right?
All right.
And
I'm learning.
Like then I go to iTunes and it's like I log into my Apple account and then I add that feed and it will go basically, is this the correct person? Now I have to go through an authorization. But you just basically push it with your feed out to all these services. I don't even fucking know how to get the stats and shit for this stuff because it's like, it's submitted now. It's on iHeartRadio. Where's your iHeart stats? I don't fucking know. It's on the submitted, so it's on, I know it's on Spotify. I know it's on iTunes. I did submit it to the Google podcast, but that one takes a long time to authorize. It's on Deezer. It's on Stitcher.
Some of these sound made up. Like
they're all the big podcasting services.
Okay, if someone says to be like Deezer, Stitcher, Wilbur, like,
Deezer nuts.
Yeah, well, that was my first thought. Like,
I just love Deezer nuts. Like, it's just.
It's on Deezer. What's Deezer? Deezer nuts.
Well,
fuck you. Like that's what I felt was gonna happen there.
So Deezer was a series. It was.
Didn't they sing Teenage Dirtbag?
That's Weezer.
Wasn't that Wheatus?
Wheatus, yeah. Sorry, Wheatus.
Okay, I must be thinking of Deetus.
Anyway,
it's diabetes.
What's the fucking word?
I don't know.
Deezer. So it was a music company started by Vin Diesel, and
wait, no. Okay, are you serious? Because you can't, no, because I don't, because that sounds retarded, but also,
I mean, it can't be any more retarded than that thing.
There's a street in Brisbane called Why Not, but it's, not spelled with A-U-T. That's right, you wanted to catch this thing, and you didn't.
Yeah, because I couldn't.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because we were limited to one Pokemon a route.
Yeah, I think my aversion from all of these things just comes from all right, we got to make the game harder within the game and just make up our own rules. And it's like, well, what's the limit to that, It's like I saw someone do Dark Souls with I think it was just throwing poo.
You can do that?
Yeah, you can get a dung pile and you can throw it and it sometimes it inflicts poison and shit.
Does the dung pile expire?
Not while you're holding it.
So you can just whack things with it.
Well, no, it's a throwable.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not just
but
you're not
like-
just belting people with a handful of
What I'm
shit.
saying is, if you throw it, can you retrieve it? Or is it gone?
No.
So do you have to mod it to have enough to beat the game?
Well, no,
or?
you like I think people farm it. Like it's not just one. Like you don't just get one
Oh,
piece
you
of
can
poo in
stack
the
them.
game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like,
right. Man, you had to farm a lot of poo.
much like our world, there's
You
more
allowed
than.
to punch?
I don't know, probably not.
Hmm.
Like again, it's the people who you have to think, imagine the people who look at Dark Souls and go, I am gonna come up with my own ways to make this harder.
True.
Like they're a subclass of a subclass of a subclass. Like it's, I feel like that should be like one of the diagnoses on the spectrum. Just person who makes Dark Souls harder with like bizarre rules they make up themselves. Because again, because my thought's always, well, what's the game itself is a built universe, so it'll have natural limits to it that I can't argue with. I can't just go, well, that thing should have a fatter head, because it's not the way, shit works. Like, whereas,
No,
like...
fuck you. I want a fatter head slider. Every game.
But like... it's like, well, I'm gonna do this. It's like, well, it's like when people... There was a guy that was making weird controllers, and like I can understand the novelty of that because at least you're just trying to see what you can get to work as a controller. But when you learn that like stuff's just conductive, it's like, all right, well that's
Anything could be a controller.
yeah, a fucking living hamster could probably fucking work as one. Because I think the one I saw was like did it with a banana. It's like, all right, we've kind of explored this now. But it's the thing is, it's like, okay, Aaron's gonna beat like a fucking stage in Destiny or something. Well, Gabe throws tennis balls at his head. Like, all right, well, that's why tennis balls? Why the head? Why not wiffle balls at your nuts?
I don't like any of this plan.
Well, that's the thing. Is it's like, well, I'm just always curious as to what the variable is. It's like, I kind of like, and again, as I say, it's probably some, baffling defect in me because I got that thing where it's like, if a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, I take a single step and go, well, I've come this far, and like, so my thing is, well, where's the fence? What's the limit to this? Like how fast can what if you had to complete fucking Dark Souls like speedruns and someone has set you on fire or like you're in a chair and the flames are like kind of creeping up it.
I think
there's a snake gonna bite
it's
you.
a Hal Jordan situation of the imagination is really your limit. Like as much as it's
I would get the fuck about with a Green Lantern ring.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Because I'd be like, all right, let's see what this thing can fucking do. I'd stick myself near one of those batteries because, like, my plan involves an awful lot of power.
What you do is you hook up the city to be a living battery. Every motherfucker in the city can power you.
Mm.
And then, it's willpower and imagination. I got a lot of willpower to make a giant cock.
Well, that'd be like
the size of Brisbane City. Like, it just out of the water, it rises.
Yeah. You got one of the other rings. It lets you, I don't know, the power of just the cock force.
The cock force.
They got every other fucking thing in the DCU, so it's like fucking,
I'm strong with the cock force.
Well, my thing would be like, all right, well, can I, what can I do with this thing? It's like, all right, I can make a fucking hammer. It's like, okay, can I make like, a basic, RNA molecule? Like, can I make a virus out of it? What if I like practiced real good and I managed to make just a clone of me? Or what if I used the willpower of the ring to make another ring? I'm gonna wish for more wishes off this motherfucker. Those blue cunts are gonna regret giving this to me. Because I've got Guy Gardner's level of dickishness, but in a completely different direction. I'm an introverted dick. So I'm not gonna be out there just walloping people with buttocks. No. I'm gonna be like fucking, all right, yeah, I'm gonna come back. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna fucking Green Lantern ring up myself my own Oa. I'm gonna have my own little blue guys. And, they're not gonna have anything to do, not gonna be able to do anything about me then.
Like, can I make data? Like, can I put my ring into the internet and make data?
Well, yeah, see now this is what I mean. It's like, well, what can it do? What's the fucking limits of it? And I'm sure there's some fucking DC scientist out there that's got like...
You're sitting at home and I just make my ring so your Facebook page just like goes...
Yeah, can you hack with it?
To different things.
Well, what if I'm not good at that and I just go, hey, ring, make a guy who's good at hacking?
Yeah. Hey, ring, fuck me.
Because like, yeah, what if I was like, okay, I'm gonna... You know, I'll go to a mountain and meditate on this shit. I'm not gonna half-ass it. I'm not gonna like be doing this while I'm listening to a podcast or some shit.
Every motherfucker's doing this wrong, right? What is the downfall of every lantern? Hand cut off.
Oh yeah.
Hand cut off. It's always hand or finger or pried off or whatever. You put that motherfucker on your dick.
Can you swallow it? I mean, where's the ring on Mogo? Like, does he have like a fucking? Did he grow a hand somewhere down on the fucking surface of him?
It's just like
Because it could be there. You know, you never know.
Yeah,
He might have a hand plant.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh
And that's
man,
what
I
it's
saw
plugged
a
into.
munted pineapple plant today.
I saw the same pineapple.
on Reddit.
Yeah, and it's like,
One that grew from the contaminated seed.
yeah, I mean, so the thing that drew my eye was the phrase contaminated
Yeah,
seed,
same.
which is never a good phrase to read. But then like pineapple, you add pineapple to the mix and suddenly there's a shocking development because that can happen. So like mold, fungus, and various other things can fuck with the fucking, DNA in the seed. And so it'll go, okay, I'm going to grow a pineapple now. But instead of saying that, it goes, okay, I'm going to grow a pineapple, blah, blah, blah. And then you get this thing that looks like, the thing, but a pineapple, and it's awful.
It had tentacles.
Yeah, no, it was fucking gross. I don't enjoy
Apparently,
that.
it happens a lot.
I saw a thing about how it happens to those cacti, like the Sabuigo cacti, or whatever the fuck it is. You know, the one that's got the two arms and is the cactus that is the cactus.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. It's like, I don't know, Steve. And every now, and it just looks like it's like fucking a cactus wearing a weird helmet.
Also, you probably came here for Pokemon, but too bad. We're talking about cactus. Now, this fucking sucked. This whole
That's
bit
right, because I forgot we're still looking at that
sucked.
stupid cunt smiling
we got
face.
locked in because of his ability where you can't switch out or run from it. So you
And
can't
it makes
change
you
Pokemon.
use the same fucking attack because he kept doing Encore.
He used Encore, so we got locked into the same attack.
And it wasn't a damaging attack. It was just like, I don't know, fucking eyeball him or some bullshit.
So yeah, that was a long battle. And now let's just get out of grass. Stay the fuck away from Wynaughts.
I want to go home. What is Wynaut again? He's some kind of fucking invulnerable scrotum. What's the little black thing sticking out of his butt? Is that like the actual organism?
The void.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's just beat the shit out of a child.
Look, he started it. He ran up to us and was like, I locked eyes with you. It's like,
I
love that in the world. Like, if I open the cubicle and you're taking a shit.
I mean, that basically, like, that is Goodner, except there's no animals.
I forgot we
attack,
caught
like-
Gen Ennis then too.
I mean, I love Pokemon because, like, sometimes it's like, oh, yeah, look, there's a monkey that's kind of also on fire. It's like, that's cool. And sometimes it's a haunted ice cream. And then every now and then it's just literally a bird. Like, I'm pretty sure you can see that Starly thing just outside now. Like,
Honestly, dude, I would be okay if we broke away from the fucking mold of a new Pokemon game coming out with a new generation and them going, here's 3 birds. It's like, I don't want fucking the 3 birds.
yeah,
like,
we have enough birds.
We had enough when it was fucking Pidgey and Spearow. Like that. We don't need the same fucking bird. Like,
'Cause,
I know
like-
they're slightly different.
No, but do they have any, like, specifically different abilities? Because, like, granted, there are some birds on Earth with specifically different abilities, but, like,
It's
that's
just
still
more-
only,
more
like,
the
about
ones-
4, you
more
know?
the ones like these are fucking more boring ones.
yeah, because that is literally a bird.
Like Flame Talon, which is this bird that's on fire.
Yeah, again, that's fine.
It has it's very unique.
I can't see that outside.
Yeah,
That's, again, there's a little, like, there's a little bird called a willy wagtail, and usually it's like black and white, but sometimes they can have like different fucking pigmentation. And I've seen ones that are just that kind of brown. I don't think they have a little orange beak, but still, like, again, you can just see little birds. That's right, Jennifer anus tongue, but it didn't fit. I think fits. They don't let it. They stifle my creativity. Tired of this.
Dear Pokemon, stop stifling me, bro.
Please remove 12 birds and add that space to the names.
Let me have 45 character names.
I mean, like, that may be a little much.
No, that's
but
the
just
perfect amount.
Like,
I want it so it scrolls 3 lines. Because I want it to come out and just be like, go, and just like for like 3 lines as it scrolls.
Reminds me of when, in Street Fighter 4, I think it was when Super first came out. And like, because, normally after you land the winning hit, that's kind of it, and you're not allowed to do anything. Street Fighter 4 let you do like one thing, like you could just push jab or something usually, like it was nothing. But people were figuring out that they could like kill you with, say, a ducking hard punch or something cancelable, and then immediately go into Dan's super taunt. And, that wasn't like a regular super that was either kind of quick or required some initial hit to keep going, He'd sit there and roll around and be shouting shit for like, 15 seconds, which is a long fucking time when the fight's over and you wait.
Very long time.
And it was so immediately an annoying, legitimate problem that Capcom just disabled all inputs after the fucking fight was over.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's gone. And now Dan has basically an infinite in Street Fighter 5, and I've seen it pulled off in competition.
I have too.
And that makes me fucking chubby.
It's disgusting, because it's in the corner. It's just fucking go loops.
It's surprisingly, like, I haven't had a crack at really doing it yet, because I'm still, the timing. So Dan's little fucking technique that he has in this is that he can cancel things into taunts. And one of them is he can cancel out of special moves into taunts. One of them is he can cancel out of normals into taunts. So you can do like hard punch, cancel into taunt. Now, that's not that fucking useful, but you can also cancel out of the taunt into something else. Now, you can't just keep this going. Okay, so you can't go punch, taunt, cancel, punch, cancel, taunt, cancel, punch, cancel. You can get one attack after the taunt, and that's it. There's a hard lock on it. There's no being fancy around that. But he's got a really weird, slow projectile that's normally very shitty and nobody likes it. But if you're spaced just fucking so, the very tip of that little slow fireball will hit at the very end, having given you enough time to recover and start the punch, cancel, punch, fireball thing. And people can just do that shit. And watching it, just someone gets caught and it's just like, ah!
Hopefully the person fucks up.
Yeah, like that's gotta go. They just have to take like, I don't know. I'd take a slight bit of, or maybe just put a slight bit more pushback on the Hadouken or something.
Yeah.
Just a little, because it's really just like a frame, but also you don't want to take away too much of it, because it is a big part of getting him to work at all.
I love trying to run from a battle and failing, then the thing just whoop teleports out.
You just went and spoke to a lady, and she was like, "Toodaloo." Oh, that's right.
Imagine if startled women could do that. They could just teleport.
I feel if we're gonna give women any kind of like advantages, just that would be the best one.
It's a short one, and they can't control it.
Well, no,
so they just land in David Jones sometimes. It's always David Jones. That's David Jones bought the local teleportation networks. It's the way they get customers.
But I mean, just a short range teleport would be good for him, I think,
How short range you talking?
Keep him safe.
10 meters?
No, I'd go more than that.
50.
Yeah. Like, you have a 50-meter range. Because, like, if someone's going to try, like, and kill a woman, if they're 50 meters away, that's an effort.
How do you know where you're landing?
Well, I mean, it's like, how gymnasts can, like, they learn to, it's a kinesthetic sense. They learn to feel where the floor is based on, like...
So can you fuck up and get stuck in walls?
Nah.
Oh.
Yeah, take that. There's no fucking point. I'm gonna, like, fucking... I'm not making this convoluted. Because you can't make women strong. Because they're not going to understand that. And there'll be, like, just a long time where they're going berserk. It's like when they're drunk. And suddenly they're really violent and aggressive. And it's just like, you don't... You get that way because you know that, like, it's like a woman punches me. Like, you can close fist hit me in the head. And that has happened, like, several times. And, like, fucking, oh man, like, working in dive bars, and it's just like, oh yeah, that's right. Poor women will just square up and hit you. But it's like,
Why? Why did they hit you?
Because they're drunk and we're telling them that we're not serving them anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
that's where I wanted to...
No, I'm not just walking up and going, oi, fat cunt, and picking a fight with them. Like,
I didn't say that at all. I wanted to know the situation that why they hit you. And
well, the thing is,
exactly right, because you stopped serving them alcohol.
Yeah, and there's this interesting thing, because women will do that way more often. Like, because I've never had a dude just off bat, like, just take a hard swing at me like that. Like, it's very rare. Because, like,
usually an aggression build up.
Because they know they'll get hit back.
Yeah.
And there's that fucking thing. Whereas like, and it's like, it's mostly drunk women and a certain category of feral Karen. Like this isn't like this level of just like straight violence is not a very common thing.
No.
But like, they're just like a swing. It's like, because they know that A, they're probably not going to do that much damage. And B, I'm probably not going to fucking, closed fist belt them back. And yeah, no, because you can make them feel really bad about themselves because they take a swing at you and they hit you and your face doesn't move and they go, oh. It's like, yeah, just don't. So like there'd be, if you give them super strength or you give them even comparable strength, there'd just be like 6 months of them having to learn that there's a certain degree of responsibility that comes with that. Just them running around.
I don't want anyone with super strength, to be honest.
Well, I mean, super strength from a small woman's perspective, Because if you gave like a fucking, just a, 50 kilo girl my upper body force, that's, relative to someone who's impressed when you can carry like a large thing of shopping. That may as well be super strength to them. Like one of my old girlfriends
in my head,
was
they
this
were
British
just
girl.
jumping from fucking window to window in the city, tearing shit apart.
They probably get about like that
Evangelion
too,
style.
yeah. But like, it was one of my girlfriends years ago was like this British girl whose fucking arms at her bicep were the size of my wrists. And it was just like, fucking, just the teensiest, slightest little fucking thing. So it was just like, I can't lift this. And it was just like, they'd just be like, oh yeah, look out, it's 4 liters of milk.
I had a few friends that were under 5 feet. They were tiny.
I know.
Tiny.
Yeah, no,
human
my
beings.
friend who lived in Scotland, like his wife now is like 4'10", which I've learned is the razor's edge of midget. Yeah.
I've been living on the razor midget.
Because he we've been friends for like fucking since 2000. Like he's one of my oldest friends, but like living in Scotland for the past like fucking 10 years. Oh fuck, it's actually more than that now. I'm getting on 15. So he came back over to like introduce the fucking missus to the family, etc. And we're hanging out and like she got kind of drunk and said she could wrestle me. And the thing is, like, when someone who is 4'10" says that to you and you laugh at them, A, that's perfectly natural, and B, then they immediately want to prove, that they can. And it kind of looked like those episodes of Warner Brothers where Bugs Bunny was a wrestler, and he'd like have a go, and he'd just be like, he's just standing there and they're like, because she like did a single leg shoot, which was, was moderately impressive, but also, I've seen bags of weed heavier than her. I was like,
wonder what Wiz Khalifa's up to.
I think he's been trapped in his app for like 6 months and nobody's noticed.
Wiz. Oh, that's the end of that.
Yeah, now we're going into our pirated 4K movies that Aaron hoards.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Yeah, I mean, like that's a pot calling the kettle black there, because like, I have like 16 terabytes of storage now, which is just getting out of hand.
I need a 4K copy of Black Panther.
Everybody does.
And look,
I mean, if it weren't for the special effects at the end, and I hate the purple suit. Like, I don't like that they've, I liked the suit when it was like silver and stuff, and like the power was a guy. Because he does, like, in fucking, Civil War, he basically nails, like, Hawkeye with a tatsu. I was like, see that? If you just take a basic, good fight scene and just, zhuzh it up with a little bit of super strength, you got something fun. You don't need to give him, like, purple Hadoukens. I don't like that.
I think they just wanted to really sort of make him stand out compared to the cast of other colorful... Because, I mean, you've got literally magic beings and armor suits.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like the variety is what I like. I like a bit of fucking oomph. And that's what I liked about like Silver Panther. And then it's like, oh yeah, now he's got purple Hadouken power. And it's like, I understand giving everybody fucking nano helmets just because, it means they don't have to think about like, oh, where's his helmet gone? But I still think like, just leave it as a fucking helmet. Have it like, you can have it fold up or something or click to a fucking, you know, give him a pouch. Let's get back to pouches.
Bum bag.
Oh. Just, what would you say? You see like the Black Panther and like, it's just like, oh yeah, because everyone knows who he is. It's like his fucking secret identity. So it's just like, oh wow, look, it's the fucking, you know, dude in charge of that fucking wild ass. And he just takes the helmet off and then he's got like, yeah, like fucking just one of those like Dayglow fucking bum bags. He's had that, like, those were big in Wakanda in the 60s. Like they were that advanced. They had like bum bag technology in the 60s. And now it's, you know, it's come back. It's a bit of a retro thing. You know, everyone's like, oh yeah. Fucking, because their 60s was, you know, our 90s. So they're like, oh yeah, fuck, I'm getting about in hypercolor again. But you just see the Black Panther, they put the fucking helmet in, like fold it up, put it in like a little bum bag. And he's there trying to talk to you, but you're just staring at this fucking bum bag.
I need to check if my mum has any photos of me with a bum bag. Because I had one.
Yo, yeah, no, fucking, I think it was like a rule, like every child in like 1990 had to have one of those.
That's so handy.
One of those things that goes onto your wrist and a hypercolor t-shirt that would break. I want you to, yeah, the t-shirt could break. It would be like, oh, what does this do? It changes color when you touch it. Oh, cool, then what? Well, if you hang it out to dry in the Australian sun, it's ruined. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, then it just looks like fucking, you know, someone drank a glow stick and threw up.
Remember things that used to change color when you put them in water? And
like the Hot Wheels and shit? Like all the Hot Wheels would do that?
And then they started doing it on figures. Like I had
you don't see that anymore.
I had a Captain Planet figure. Used to put in water and it used to change color. And it's like, what fucking value
did he start
does
as
that
like
have?
the dirt Captain Planet and then you put him in water and he came out like, you know,
I think so.
Silver Captain Planet?
Yeah, because it was like, you know,
because that
power
always
of the
sucked.
planet
Yeah, because when he
healing
was in the intro, when he's coming out of the ground and he's like got like fucking, you know, roots and stuff growing around him, he looks fucking badass.
Yeah.
You know, and then he looks like a club boy. It's like, oh.
I think it was like supposed to be a toxic ooze thing and it was like, you know, he's cleaning him. I don't know, fuck, I don't know. But yeah, they were all the rage. Bring back color changes.
Yeah, color changes, holograms. Like there were those dudes that had the holograms in their chest. And the fucking Matchbox cars that had like the little panel and you bumped it on the side and it would rotate and it'd be broken. So you could like crash your cars together and then be like, oh, fucking look at that. And then it'd fucking break and just be broken all the time. Which was really fucking funny when you think about it. Because like it had a little click, like a little clip. So you'd rotate it around and the car would look new and you bumped it and it'd unlatch and it'd spin around because the spring was like hooked up that way. Yeah. And then the latch would break and then you could spin it back, but it wouldn't sit there. And then it'd just be like, well, now this panel's broken forever. Ain't no panel beating this.
Oh, dude, the amount of toys that would just break. Like, just,
yeah,
it wouldn't do the thing that it was supposed to do properly and then just break. So much.
I'm glad I buy very expensive Transformers these days.
I mean, you're an adult. That's the best thing is like...
Those things are the fucking shit.
You can just be like, yo, I have money. Give me quality for money. Thank you. It's like, mate, like that's the problem is like as a child, you just go to the store and you see what's on the shelf. That's your world.
Well, that and like the fucking, you know, the toys back then were really expensive relatively. Like, I mean, like, all right, granted, you know, some of these things are pricey too, but like, you know, still, you actually get something for that fucking money now, you know.
But still, like what I'm saying is, as a child, like,
yeah,
compared to now as an adult, like you have that choice, you know that world, you know that variety. Like we as children, especially in an age without internet, were just like, what's out there?
Yeah, you didn't know stuff was coming.
No,
you didn't know stuff would go. Yeah, there's a new thing. Yeah,
and that's why advertising was so important. That's why it was so much. We build these worlds on ads because it would run that shit.
Well, all the Transformers would come with that pamphlet that would show you other Transformers you could get.
Yeah, every single toy did, dude. Books, everything would be like, here's more shit.
Yeah, here's the other crap.
TV ads would be like, quickly show this, and then you'd go to the store. Then you'd see more things, and you'd want more things. It's like, how often would kids stop at stores on the way home just to go look at, like, then try to look at the new toys?
Trading post. We always used to get the trading post. That was the best way to get new games back then.
And now, just get on the fucking computer. I wonder what's coming. I'll look it up. It's there.
Sometimes,
the information is there.
That, and sometimes your phone will tell you even without you fucking looking.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, man, we know you like this. Do you want to order this one?
Yeah. Or Xbox is like, oh, yeah, this shit's on Game Pass. Oh, okay, cool. And I don't care because I'm spoiled. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll download that. No, I'm not gonna play it. Fuck you.
Yeah. But then I'll just delete it for space later and then be like, I'll download it again.
Yeah, I'll just get it again. Or it's like I was looking at my Launchbox thing last night and it's like, you're looking at like, 50 games of your collection of over 11,000. It's like, yes. Healthy.
Keep It Classy is proudly sponsored completely by its fans. We thank you for your support.
It expanded somehow. I'll have you know